What's up, YouTube? I've got an awesome product review for everybody today. It is the Maxxis Rekon 29 by 2.6. So 29 by 2.6 is relatively new. It's been around for about a year and a half or so, and it's kind of exploded onto the market. I had to get my hands on one right away, and the first one I tried out was the Maxxis Rekon, so here it is. So first off, the Maxxis Rekon has excellent traction. I would put it really close to my 2.8 inch tires,
This
and
is
probably
the
close to
Rekon
even
3C
2.5 inch Maxxis DHF. Obviously the Rekon doesn't clear mud, it's not an enduro tire, but it has excellent traction. It's also really light, 780 grams. That's a super light tire for the size compared to say a DHF that weighs 1,000 grams, or the Knobby Nick that's 950 grams, or the new Hans Dampf that's 980 grams. In fact, the only thing that even comes close is one of the Bontrager lighter weight 2.6s. Another great thing about the Maxxis Rekon is that it has great longevity. I've been running that tire for the last 8 months on the front. I've raced it 5 times now, and I probably have 2,000 miles on it, and it's still in really good shape, to be honest with you. I'm gonna replace it with this one probably at the beginning of next year, but honestly it still looks pretty good given how many miles are on it. The other thing is, I do not get any squirm with this 2.6. I did get some squirm with the 2.8s when I'm running lower pressures, but honestly, I haven't gotten any squirm out of this. It is a little bit higher volume tire, but it doesn't really act like it. One other thing that this tire does is it does slacken up the geometry just slightly. I really like this tire on my hardtail. It kind of gives it a little bit of extra cushion. I have a 120 mil fork on there, and this just gives you that little bit of extra cushion. Also, it does raise the bottom bracket just slightly as well. Okay, for the cons. First off, this is an expensive tire. It's $92. Honestly, the only thing more expensive than it are the Schwalbe Knobby Nick and Hans Dampf, and I think they're both right around the $105 to $110 range. The other thing about this tire, it's not a mud tire. It packs up mud. It's not great in the mud at all. But honestly, I run this in the desert conditions mostly, or just dry forest type conditions, and it does great. Honestly, this tire is excellent on loose over hard, or just hard pack. It's fantastic. I've run it in really rocky Moab type conditions in St. George, Utah. I've also run it here in Boise. I ran it for the High Cascade 100 in Bend, Oregon. It was fantastic there as well. Honestly, this tire hasn't failed me at all. I haven't had any sidewall tears at all. One other thing is it's not quite as durable as the DHF, but you know what? I'll take it because it's, 220 grams lighter, and it's got a lot of traction, almost as much as the DHF. It's a great race tire. I run this in the front, and I run either a Maxxis Rekon 2.2 in the rear or a Maxxis Icon 2.35. Right now I've got the Icon 2.35 in the rear and this in the front on my hardtail Air 9 RDO, and it's been fantastic for that. I run that same exact wheel set on my Trail 29er, and it's been great as well. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get the weight. And look at that, right on the dot, 780 grams. So width will depend on the pressure of your tire and the width of your rim. I'm running this on a 30.5 mil internal, and I run mine between 20 and 23 psi. I think it's about 23 right now. And it measures right at 2.5. That concludes the review on the Maxxis Rekon 29 by 2.6.